and welcome to season 5 of my podcast. Today, my guest is Travis Woodford, who is my swimming coach. He is a cyclist and was a national athlete. Hi, coach. Welcome to my show.
Hi, Bidan. Good morning. Happy to be on here.
Yeah, this is fun. I really enjoy my swimming lessons with you.
It's excellent to hear. Thank you. I enjoy coaching you as well.
You have been a part of many international cycling championships. How did you train to be a part of these events?
It was a gradual build-up. So I started off training very easily, I would say, maybe 2 or 3 times a week. But as it got more competitive, it went up to maybe 6 days a week, training 2 to 3 times a day. And each session would last between 2 to about 4 hours. Because cycling is a sport that requires a lot of time on the bike. So do you know how long a cycling race is, Vidhan?
A long time, because I saw in the Tokyo Olympics that so the start of the day at noon, the cycling championship had just started. But then, at 7 o'clock in the evening, when I turned on the TV again, it was just ending. It was just ending.
Yes. So there are many different types of cycling races. So I was involved in the road races, and those last really long. It can go up to about 240 km. And on a bicycle, it takes some time to complete that, right? So it goes up to 6 hours. So for certain races, I had to train really long to prepare for them. So that's a range. It was as easy as 3 times a week. And then when it got more competitive, maybe 6 days a week, 3 times a day, 6 to 7 hours on the bike.
Wow. Yeah. That's a really long time on a bike.
Yes,
I really enjoy biking. I mean, me and my parents, this is the longest we've actually cycled. It was 36 kilometers from the Rail Mall in Hillview, near Hillview Mati, all the way to Tanjong Pagar old railway station.
I remember you telling me about this. Yeah, it's pretty far. But it's a nice route, right? Going down. There's nice park connectors linking you all the way.
It was on the rail corridor.
Yeah. So I've been there once. I've walked it, and I've also cycled it once as well. So it's cool. The walk was far, but yeah, it's really nice.
But once I get another bike, a newer one, we're going to do it again.
Cool.
I'm curious to know, how did you become an athlete?
It's a very interesting story. So, okay, the main reason how I got into sports is actually because of my father. He saw something in me that not many others saw, right? And then I was not the most focused child. Looking back at it now, I was very distracted in school. I had so much energy, but I didn't know where to use the energy in. So my dad saw it, and he thought, okay, let's try and put him through a certain type of sport. So he put me into athletics at first, and I really enjoyed it. So for athletics, I did cross country, and I did middle distance running. And I really enjoyed it. And from there, he saw the potential that I could possibly be somebody that was pretty good in sports, and then he supported me all the way. So from athletics, I went into mountain biking, and then from mountain biking, I went into triathlon, and then I stayed in triathlon for quite some time. But in triathlon, cycling was my favorite discipline, so it was a natural process to continue with that. So yeah, my dad was the biggest influence in that.
Can you list a few places that you have been for cycling championships?
Okay, cycling championships alone, I've been to Malaysia, Kazakhstan, Belgium, and Switzerland. Yeah, so those just for cycling. But for triathlon, where I was doing more races and traveling more, I can list out a lot more countries. Would you like to hear, or just for cycling alone?
Sure.
Okay, triathlon, Philippines, Malaysia again, Thailand, Korea, South Korea, Belgium, Switzerland, Kazakhstan? Did I go to Kazakhstan again?
Yeah.
I think Kazakhstan again. Yeah. So and those were long stints as well, not just races, because we had to go and climatize ourselves to get used to the weather. So yeah, those are all the countries I think. I can't remember so much now because it was so long ago. But I think that covers it.
Yeah, that must have been super fun. I really like traveling, and as I said again, I also like cycling.
Yeah, for sure. Maybe we can go for a cycle one day, It'd be nice
Yeah,
from your place.
yeah, it would be nice.
Mm.
You were part of the 2010 Youth Olympics in Singapore. How was your experience being part of such a prestigious event?
It was a mixture of many, many emotions and feelings. I was very, very disappointed to start with because I actually was aiming to qualify for two different sports, for cycling and for triathlon. But because I had a really, really bad race for triathlon to qualify for these games, I was the replacement. So I was the second in line. So when I started it off, I was quite disappointed because, I was so focused on getting two spots and then I ended up with one. But on the other hand, when I started training for cycling and preparing specifically for the races that was given in YOG for cycling, and I got really, really anxious. It's such a big competition. It's the first time ever that it's happened, and it's happening in our home country in Singapore. So I got really, really stressed out and anxious, and the mind was all over the place. I couldn't sleep properly. My training was not going well. And then I got excited, coming closer to it. Being able to wear my Singapore colors in front of the home crowd, having my family and friends watch me. And I got a bit nervous again. So it's a mixture of all these emotions. But overall, it was an amazing experience. I can't begin to describe how proud I was to be able to be in that position. And I know it's been 10 years ago, or more than 10 years now, but I still can remember so many small instances where it happened in the YOG, where when we walked out for the first race, or when we walked out in front of the whole country as a contingent, and that kind of thing. It's to sum it all, it was amazing. Mixture of emotions, but I'll say if I choose one word, amazing.
I wish I was there to see you in the YOG games. It would have.
You're not born yet, right?
Yeah, I wasn't.
Oh no. I do have some videos though, so I will show you the next session, okay?
Mm-hmm. I'm sure you'd have done really well.
I didn't. Unfortunately, I did okay for the first race. Second race, I didn't do so well. And that's because I got caught up in a crash, and then I ended up having a heat stroke at the end. So I was a bit disappointed. But it is how it is in sports sometimes, especially cycling, So it's okay.
Yeah. Which has been your most challenging championship?
I can't choose one with that. There's so many. Every race is challenging. Okay, most challenging, Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan was really, really hard. It was freezing cold, and I wasn't used to riding in that kind of temperatures. And that day particularly was just really, really cold. So coming from a country like Singapore, where we're used to warm weather, and I didn't prepare well enough, and I didn't have enough time in Kazakhstan to prepare and get used to the weather. So I started the race, and it was like 6 degrees or 5 degrees or something like that. And we were cycling, and it was raining. So I really, really suffered in that. I don't usually suffer in the cold, but this was just particularly cold for some reason. So yeah, Kazakhstan was hard. I do have a list of other hard races, but I shall not take up too much time. But if you want to hear a second one, I'll say Belgium. Belgium was also really, really hard because the Europeans are a different breed when it comes to cycling. They're very tough and they're very aggressive. And being an Asian rider is like two different leagues, So I had to get used to that as well. So yeah, I'll list two down: Kazakhstan and Belgium.
Cold weather is really hard.
Yeah, and you're cycling with that. Can you imagine? So you're going with the wind. So it was not easy.
when I went to the US and I got my bike over there, it was in winter, and when I was riding it, we had to wear jackets and stuff.
Yeah.
And it was quite hard to ride it.
Yeah, for sure. It's but it's an interesting experience as well.
Yeah. But at the end, it was fun. It was really fun.
Yeah.
Do you have any tips for being so fit and athletic like you?
Okay. Thank you for considering me being fit and athletic. I think I was a lot fitter when I was younger, when I didn't have a job. But okay, since I do coach and my job requires me to understand quite a bit about fitness, I think I shall describe something that not many people would understand. Enjoy what you're doing. Right? Enjoy it. So like for you, you enjoy swimming. Our sessions together are really fun, but you enjoy it. So I think that's what a lot of people forget. Don't do something that's so difficult and go on a very, very strict diet and focus so solely on losing weight when you lose the plot a bit of enjoying fitness and using fitness and physical activity to enhance your life, not deprove your life by just eating I don't know, really small meals every day. So enjoy what you're doing, increase the time that you enjoy what you're doing, and over time you will definitely be fit. Definitely, no matter what sport you do. If you're not competing in anything or if you don't have any particular goal, just enjoy what you're doing, walking, running. But if you have a goal, then you need to really plan out and how you want to reach your goal in whatever sport that you're doing. So I think that's my advice or that's my tips. Enjoy a certain sport that you do. Increase the time you do the sport. Take more time to actually love the sport more, and over time you will start to see a lot of changes in your body in a positive way.
That's some really good advice. And for people, because I know that some people like they don't eat much. Like I used to do that much.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Why?
At
your age,
yeah, I used to do that.
enjoy everything done at your age now. Always enjoy everything that you do. But all right, it has to be a balance as well. So if you enjoy eat really nice meal and all that, what do you need to do? Go to the pool, do your laps, and you'll be good. So it's a balance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've learned that now.
That's good.
Other than cycling, what other sports are you part of?
Good question. I actually was not involved in many sports until very, very late because all the time that I had was focused on those sports. But I do like playing badminton and tennis. I think these two sports really help to make me fall back in love with that kind of sports again, because I was so used to the sports I used to do was all endurance based, very long periods of time doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. But for tennis, it's very short stint. So if you lose the point within 30 seconds, you lost the point. And then you need to think again of how you're going to strategize. And it's hand-eye coordination. So it's something very different from what I used to do. So I do enjoy playing tennis. Badminton is quite similar in terms of how tennis is played, in terms of hand-eye coordination and everything. But the movement involved in badminton is very, very impressive, where you need to really be agile and quick. So I think to sum it up, these two sports for sure, badminton and tennis.
Yeah, I really love badminton.
Right? It's so quick and and it's fun as well.
I love playing with my friends downstairs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see them setting up the nets and all that. It's a good sport, especially for a person like you, a young, person who is getting into sports. Is really good to develop a lot of speed, hand-eye coordination.
Yeah. And I've tried tennis a few times. I also like it, but I haven't really played much of it, only like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, you should use it. You have a nice court over there. Play it's fun.
Yeah, it is. I really, really, really love my swimming lessons with you. What got you interested in coaching?
I enjoy my sessions with you as well, Vidak. I actually started coaching can you guess? Make a guess. What age I started coaching?
I don't know.
Guess.
Um,
How old are you now? 9, right?
yeah,
Not much older than you.
10.
Yeah, so I started coaching, okay, not 10, but like at 13 years old. So how this happened was that during my triathlon training, my coach, I really was doing triathlon for quite some time. And then there were some new people that came in and they wanted to learn how to swim or something like that. And my coach was like, hey, Travis, why don't you go there and just show them how it's done, as like a role model kind of thing. And from there, it kicked off. I started enjoying to coach people and see people improve. I enjoyed the interaction, the communication, and that's how it kicked off. So at 13 years old, and then after that, I studied a diploma in sports coaching and sports science, and that helped me out even more. I understood the basics and the fundamentals of how to coach somebody. And I have my own way of coaching people. It's not a very conventional way, as I'm sure you would know. I do it in a very different way. Can you maybe I ask you a question now? How do you think I coach? How do you think I do my sessions? Let's see how, like, you're really inquisitive and you're really curious. So I'm sure you're able to tell now, okay, this is how this coach coaches me. Give an example. And I'll tell you why I do that.
It's really nice. I really like that. First, you make me do the warm-ups.
Oh, you like your warm-up? That's good.
Sometimes.
But you see the difference, right? Okay, sorry. Continue.
Yeah, sometimes, lots of times I like my warm-ups, but sometimes when I'm like tired, nah, it's fine.
I understand.
And I like that first you first you make me do the kickboard kicking, and we go on with the swimming.
Yeah. So, like with the warm-up and everything, it was not easy to implement with you because you are so focused on swimming, it's amazing that you are at this age. But there are other elements that help you to swim better. And with the warm-up and everything, you could see a difference, right? You started swimming a lot better. Your posture got a lot better. So I don't like to coach from a book, where I just read the book, okay, step 1 to step 10, and then I just proceed that with you. I always like to look at the client, see what he or she likes. Like for you, you're super high energy and you're so focused, which is amazing at your age. And I am truly amazed by how focused you are in really performing. But sometimes it's my job to also take a step back and help you take a step back as well. I'm like, okay, we're done. Calm down. Let's do stretching. This is important. This is going to help you swim faster. This is going to help you have more mobility. So that's what I like to do as a coach. I like having that, one-on-one conversation with my client or with my clients in general, if I'm taking a group, and pinpointing these important aspects that an athlete wouldn't be able to see because he hasn't had the experience. But I have had some experience in that area, and I'm so happy to share whatever that I've learned over the 10 years I was involved in sports competitively. And it always brings me joy. So I love that style of coaching.
Yeah, I really like it. The lessons are really fun.
I'm very, very happy to hear that.
What did you want to be as a child?
To be honest, I wanted to be an athlete. I still remember the first thing that inspired me was watching the Olympics. I can't remember the year. And I saw people running the marathon. And I was like, these guys are running for a living. That must be quite fun. Maybe I should try it out. Little did I know that it takes a lot of, not just running, but a lot of time and effort and determination and blood and sweat and tears. But there was one thing I wanted to be. So I think I thought of this when I was in maybe K1 or K2. So I was 5-6 years old. And I wanted to be an athlete.
Being an athlete is really fun. I don't have that experience, but I do play lots of sports. I think it's really fun.
Yeah, it should always be fun. Your job or whatever should always be a certain aspect of fun. If not, it's going to be very difficult, right, to do.
Yeah, it's quite fun. I really enjoy it.
That's good.
What are your hobbies?
I enjoy spending time with my family and friends. It can mean because I am pretty busy this past couple of months. So I really do. I used to like going out and spending time with my friends and all that. But over the past couple of months, it has really shown me how important my family is. So whenever I can, I always try and come back and have a meal with them, have a conversation with them, or just spend time with them. That's something that I'm really there's really set with me over the past couple of months. I've not spent enough time with my family. Apart from that, I do like going to the beach, not doing anything, buying a nice coffee, sitting by the beach, and just looking at the water. And my third hobby is my motorbike, of course. I do enjoy taking the motorbike out and riding. It gives me a sense of serenity and a bit of peace of mind as well. When I ride my bike, legally and slowly. So everything is these three things are my favorite ones. Yes, spending time with my family, going to the beach, having a coffee, looking at the waves, and riding my motorbike.
I also love going to the beach.
Right.
But for the past 2 years, we haven't. Even though we live in Singapore, where there are so many beaches, we haven't been to a single beach.
Really, you should go. Like I think the closest one to you is Hillview, West Coast.
Yeah, West Coast, East. But I like East Coast one.
Yeah, that's near my house actually. So if you're in the East Coast, send me a message. You can go have a coffee or a drink or a meal. Oh. Yeah, I stay like 5-10 minutes away from the beach.
Oh, that's so nice. That means you get to go often.
What I used to do before I got so busy at work was I used to start my day at the beach. So I'll take my motorbike, I'll ride down to one of the car parks in East Coast. I'll do my run. And then after my run, I'll go to the gym, have a shower, then I'll go to work.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, it's a nice routine. But now because I start early, it's not possible. I hope it can be possible soon.
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much for coming on my show.
You're most welcome, Vidan. I'm honored to be on your show and to talk to you in a different setting, not in the pool or by the pool. It's quite interesting to talk to you over, in our rooms over the screen.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Bye.
No other questions or anything?
No, you? Do you have any questions?
Any questions for you? So what are your plans today? Do you have a busy day ahead?
Yeah, we have a really busy day. We have
okay. That better not take too much time.
And dinner.
Oh, that's nice. MTR?
No, they're coming over.
Okay. All right, then I shall not take more time from your busy day. Thank you so much for having me, Vidan. And I'll see you on Wednesday.
Tuesday, I think, right?
Tuesday? Either Tuesday or Wednesday. Yeah, let me message your mom about it.
Yeah. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye, Vidan. Take care.
See you. Dear listeners, follow my Facebook page, Curious Vedant, to get updates on my upcoming episodes. To listen at leisure on your phone and get notified about future episodes, subscribe by searching for Curious Vedant wherever you get your podcasts, such as Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, and many more. You can also listen to my show on CuriousVedant.com. Thank you for listening to Curious Vedant, and don't forget to rate and leave comments.